Ellie Daniels wiped flour from her brow. The late afternoon sun cast long shadows across her kitchen. It had been another long day, juggling her job at the diner with caring for her two children, 10-year-old Leo and 8-year-old Lily. Yet, a smile touched Ellie's lips as she kneaded dough, the aroma of yeast and sugar filling the air. Baking was her passion, her escape, her dream, a dream she hoped one day to turn into reality by opening her own bakery. Ellie's Bakery, she murmured, picturing a cozy storefront, the scent of fresh bread drawing people in. But the dream felt distant some days, buried beneath the weight of responsibility. Ellie glanced at the chipped paint on their kitchen wall, a reminder of their financial struggles. Could she really pull it off? The thought seemed daunting. Still, a flicker of determination ignited within her. She had to try. For herself, for her children. She owed it to them to fight for a better future. "Mom, can we lick the spoon now?" Leo's eager voice broke through Ellie's thoughts. "Not yet, sweetie," she chuckled, ruffling his hair. "But soon." Lily, with flour smudges on her nose, giggled, her eyes sparkling with anticipation. "Dinner will be ready soon," Ellie said, her voice filled with the warmth she always felt when surrounded by her children. They were her everything, her reason for pushing forward, her constant source of strength. Sundays were special in the Daniels household. It was their day for baking, a tradition Ellie cherished. The small kitchen transformed into a flurry of activity, flour dusting every surface, the air thick with the aroma of cinnamon, vanilla, and chocolate. Ellie, with Leo and Lily as her eager assistants, would whip up a storm of cookies, cakes, and pies. Leo, with his boundless energy, was in charge of measuring ingredients, his brow furrowed in concentration as he carefully leveled each cup. Lily, with her artistic flair, took charge of decorating, her tiny fingers transforming simple cookies into edible masterpieces. And Ellie, the conductor of this sweet symphony, would guide them, her heart overflowing with love and contentment. These Sunday baking sessions were more than just about food, they were about creating memories, strengthening their bond, and nurturing their shared love for baking. As Ellie watched her children, their faces aglow with joy and flour, she felt a surge of hope. Maybe, just maybe, her dream wasn't so impossible after all. The flyer, tacked onto the community bulletin board, caught Ellie's eye. "Downtown Food Fest," it proclaimed in bold letters, followed by "calling all aspiring chefs and bakers." Her heart skipped a beat. This could be it, her chance. The flyer mentioned a baking competition with the winner getting a cash prize and, more importantly, a chance to showcase their creations at the festival. Ellie read the flyer again, her pulse quickening. This was an opportunity, a stepping stone towards her dream. But doubt crept in, whispering insidious suggestions in her ear. "You're not good enough," it hissed. "You'll never win." She crumpled the flyer in her hand, a wave of despair washing over her. "Mom, what's that?" Leo's curious voice startled her. He peered at the crumpled paper in her hand, his brow furrowed in concern. Ellie hesitated, unsure whether to share her fleeting hope, her crippling fear. It's nothing, honey," she mumbled, quickly stuffing the flyer into her pocket. But Leo, with the uncanny perception of children, sensed her turmoil. "Mom, you can tell us," he insisted, his young voice full of empathy. Lily, ever sensitive to Ellie's moods, nodded in agreement. Later that evening, as Ellie cleared the dinner table, her mind raced. The flyer lay on the counter, a tangible representation of her dilemma. She yearned to participate, to share her passion with the world, but fear, a familiar foe, held her back. "What if I fail?" she whispered to the empty kitchen, her voice heavy with doubt. The thought of disappointing her children, of facing the judgment of her peers, filled her with dread. She was just Ellie Daniels, a single mother, a waitress at Joe's Diner. Who was she to dream of opening a bakery, of winning competitions? "But what if you succeed, Mom?" Leo's voice, filled with quiet conviction, startled her. He had been listening, his young mind grasping the turmoil within her. Lily, clutching her teddy bear, nodded vigorously. "You make the best cookies in the world, Mom," she declared, her voice filled with unwavering confidence. Their unwavering faith, their innocent belief in her, chipped away at the wall of doubt Ellie had erected around herself. She looked at their eager faces, their eyes shining with hope, and a new resolve bloomed in her heart. Maybe they were right. Maybe she did have a chance. Even if she didn't win, wouldn't the experience be worth the risk? Wouldn't it be a valuable lesson for her children to see their mother chasing her dreams, regardless of the outcome? Section 5. The Community Rallies. Word of Ellie's decision to participate in the downtown food fest spread through their close-knit community like wildfire. Mrs. Peterson, their kind elderly neighbor, offered to watch Leo and Lily after school, giving Ellie the time she desperately needed to bake. Mr. Garcia, the owner of the local grocery store, offered her a discount on supplies, his weathered face creased in a kind smile. "Go get 'em, Ellie," he said, his eyes twinkling. "We're all rooting for you." Even grumpy old Mr. Jones, who rarely acknowledged anyone, surprised Ellie with a bag of fresh peaches from his orchard. "Heard you make a mean peach cobbler," he grunted, a rare smile gracing his lips. "Figured you could use these." The outpouring of support, the unwavering belief of her community, touched Ellie deeply. It was as if the entire town had rallied behind her, their collective hope fueling her own. She realized then that her dream wasn't just hers anymore. It belonged to everyone who had shown her kindness, who had offered a helping hand, who had dared to believe in her, and she was determined not to let them down. Section 6. Baking Up a Storm. The weeks leading up to the food fest were a blur of activity. Ellie's kitchen became a whirlwind of flour, sugar, and butter. The aroma of baking bread, of simmering fruit fillings, and of spices permeated the air, transforming their humble home into a haven of sweetness. Leo and Lily were her tireless assistants, their laughter echoing through the house as they measured, stirred, and decorated. Ellie taught them the secrets of her grandmother's recipes, her voice filled with love and nostalgia. She shared with them the importance of patience, of precision, of pouring your heart into everything you create. The long nights of baking were exhausting, but Ellie found herself energized by a newfound sense of purpose. The doubt that had once plagued her was replaced by a quiet confidence, a belief in her abilities. She was no longer just baking for a competition, she was baking for her dream, for her children, for the community that had placed so much faith in her. Section 7. Triumph at the Food Fest. The day of the downtown food fest dawned bright and sunny. Excitement crackled in the air as Ellie, with Leo and Lily by her side, set up her booth. A colorful banner proclaiming Ellie's delights fluttered in the gentle breeze. The table, draped in a crisp white tablecloth, groaned under the weight of her creations. A steady stream of people stopped by, their eyes widening in appreciation at the sight of Ellie's tempting display. There were pies with golden crusts, cakes frosted to perfection, cookies in every shape and size imaginable, and her grandmother's famous peach cobbler, its aroma drawing people in. Ellie, her heart pounding with nervous excitement, greeted each customer with a warm smile, her passion for baking evident in her sparkling eyes. Leo and Lily, their faces flushed with pride, helped her serve the customers, their infectious enthusiasm winning over even the most discerning palate. As the day wore on, Ellie's confidence grew. She answered questions about her baking, her voice filled with newfound assurance. She shared her story, her dream, and her gratitude for the overwhelming support she had received from her community. And as the judges, their faces reflecting their delight, sampled her creations, a sense of quiet triumph washed over her. Win or lose, she had already achieved something extraordinary. She had faced her fears, pursued her passion, and inspired her children, and that, she realized, was a victory in itself. Section 8. Ellie's Bakery, a Dream Realized. The announcement came as no surprise to anyone. Ellie Daniels, the single mother who had poured her heart and soul into her baking, was declared the winner of the Downtown Food Fest baking competition. The crowd erupted in cheers, their applause a testament to her talent, her determination, and the community spirit she embodied. Tears welled up in Ellie's eyes as she accepted the award, her children beaming beside her. This wasn't just her victory, it was a victory for everyone who had believed in her, who had supported her dream. And it was the catalyst she needed to finally take the leap, to turn her lifelong dream into a reality. It wasn't easy. There were loans to secure, permits to obtain, and a million other details to attend to. But Ellie tackled each challenge with the same grit and determination that had brought her this far, and slowly but surely, her vision began to take shape. The day Ellie's Bakery opened its doors, the entire community turned out to celebrate. The aroma of fresh bread, of cinnamon and sugar, wafted down the street, drawing people in. The cozy space, with its warm yellow walls, mismatched furniture, and the aroma of freshly baked goods, was more than just a bakery. It was a reflection of Ellie's heart, her passion, and her love for her community. Section 9. The Sweet Taste of Success. Ellie's Bakery quickly became a beloved fixture in the community. It was the place where people gathered for a morning cup of coffee and a chat, where children flocked after school for Ellie's legendary chocolate chip cookies, and where families celebrated special occasions with her delectable cakes. Ellie, with Leo and Lily always by her side, poured her heart into her bakery. She used the finest ingredients, sourced locally whenever possible, and poured her love into every creation that emerged from her oven. Her bakery wasn't just about selling baked goods, it was about creating a sense of community, of offering a warm and welcoming space where people could connect, relax, and indulge in a little bit of sweetness. As Ellie watched her children, their faces alight with joy as they helped her at the bakery, she felt a profound sense of gratitude and contentment. Her journey had been fraught with challenges, with moments of doubt and uncertainty, but through it all, her unwavering spirit, the love of her children, and the unwavering support of her community had seen her through. Ellie's bakery was a testament to the power of perseverance, the importance of community, and the enduring magic of a dream fulfilled.